Are ChatGPT and AlphaCode going to replace programmers? It is unlikely that ChatGPT and AlphaCode will fully replace programmers. While ChatGPT and AlphaCode are both examples of language models that can generate code, they still require human oversight and guidance to produce usable results. Language models such as ChatGPT and AlphaCode can potentially assist programmers by suggesting code snippets or entire programs, but they are not capable of independently understanding the requirements of a project or debugging code. Ultimately, the role of programmers will likely evolve as these tools become more sophisticated, but they will still be an important part of the software development process. Programming requires problem-solving skills. Programmers must be able to understand a problem and develop a solution using code. This requires a combination of analytical thinking and creativity that cannot be replicated by a machine. Programming involves complex decision-making. There are often multiple ways to solve a programming problem, and programmers must make decisions about which approach is the most efficient and effective. This requires a level of judgment and critical thinking that cannot be automated. Programming requires an understanding of context. In order to write code that is effective and efficient, programmers must understand the context in which their code will be used. This includes factors such as the hardware and software environment, the intended users, and any relevant performance or security constraints. Programming requires communication skills. Programmers often work in teams, and they must be able to communicate effectively with their colleagues and clients in order to understand their needs and ensure that the final product meets their expectations. Programming requires continuous learning. The field of computer science and software development is constantly evolving, and programmers must be willing and able to learn new languages, tools, and techniques in order to stay current. This requires a strong work ethic and a dedication to professional development. Complex problem solving. Programming often involves solving complex problems that require a deep understanding of the domain, as well as the ability to think creatively and abstractly. These are skills that are difficult for AI to replicate. Contextual understanding. Programmers need to understand the context in which their code will be used, including the needs and goals of the users. AI systems do not have the ability to fully understand and consider these factors. Debugging. Programmers are responsible for debugging code, which requires a high level of attention to detail and the ability to identify and fix errors. While AI tools may be able to assist with debugging, they are not capable of independently finding and fixing all errors. Adaptability. Programming languages and frameworks are constantly evolving, and programmers need to be able to adapt and learn new technologies. AI systems do not have the ability to continuously learn and adapt in the same way as humans. Collaboration and communication. Programming often involves working with a team of people, and effective communication and collaboration are crucial to the success of a project. AI systems do not have the ability to communicate or collaborate in the same way as humans. OpenAI and DeepMind systems can now produce meaningful lines of code, but software engineers shouldn't switch careers quite yet. While language models such as OpenAI's GPT-3 and DeepMind's AlphaCode have made significant progress in generating code, they are not yet capable of replacing software engineers. These systems still require human oversight and guidance to produce usable results, and they do not have the ability to independently understand the requirements of a project or debug code. While it is possible that these tools may eventually be able to assist software engineers in certain tasks, it is unlikely that they will fully replace the need for human programmers.